What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. Today's video is all about bearers, and we're going to look at what the bearers do, why you want them, and then we're going to get into all the locations where you can find bearers, and in all those locations you can find named bearers. Now, quick caveat here guys, or sidetrack, or whatever you want to call it. Named bearers are currently a little funky, and I do believe that Funcom is going to drop a fix for them at some point. So it is my suggestion that if you get a named bearer right now, wait for the next update, wait for the next patch before you put that named bearer out and start having it follow you, okay? And I'll go over what the issue is here in a moment. Now, something to note about bearers in general is it is very easy to spot a named bearer. On the left-hand side of the screen, you see a level 3 bearer, and on the right-hand side of the screen, you see a named bearer. You can spot named bearers from very, very far away because they wear the light armor. So when you are looking for these spots, go ahead and take a moment not to get too close, right? So you're going to stop and look and see what armor they're wearing. Then you know what your setup needs to be, whether you're going to go in with a truncheon or whether you're going to go in with a weapon. So here's a good shot of what they look like, guys. There's a level 3 bearer and the way that he's dressed versus a named bearer and the way that he's dressed. So always be looking for that armor when you are hunting bearers. So let's look at why you want bearers. And the main reason is because they hold a ton of stuff. So this is a level 3 bearer, and she's able to hold a total of 20 slots. Now, if she is putting her weapon away like this, then it's 19 slots. But what you can do is take that weapon, place it in her main hand. If it goes back in her inventory, just do that again, and then you can fill that spot with whatever you need. Take note of the hit points here. So this level 3 bearer has 3,494 hit points at level 0, okay? So if we come over to our named guy here and we look, he has 25 spots, okay? So 5 more slots that you can fill up. Again, same thing, put his weapon in his main hand so you can use all 25 slots. But look at his health, 2368 at level 0. Now, that's the reason why I say don't place your named bearers right now. This is a known bug in Conan right now where the named bearers have less hit points than the level 3 bearers. So get them, hold on to them, wait for a patch. I'll let you guys know when this is fixed. But for now, it's best just to leave them in the box. The other thing that comes with knocking out any bearer, level 1 through 4, is the bearer pack. So once you have tamed them on the wheel, you can get this fancy dancy bearer pack. Now, honestly, it's god awful hard to run around with this thing on your back. You lose a lot of your vision and view, but if this is the best solution that you have, that's the way you're gonna go with it. So if we look at my attributes, the bearer pack gives me an additional 5 points in encumbrance, so I'd be able to carry a lot more. Now, there are also armors that make the bearer pack, but it's much easier to just get it from any bearer that you've tamed on the wheel. So let's jump into where you find these bearers. So we're going to start right down here on the river. We are at Riverwatch Camp, and if we run into Riverwatch Camp here, you will see that there's a named bearer spot in here, or a bearer spot. So this is the same thing as any other named location or spawn point. You're going to need to kill whatever's there until you find what you want. So this guy is Farron of the Wild Coast, and he just walks around this area. Now, I have researched all these bearer spots, and all these spots spawn every single named bearer. So if you're looking for a particular one, I'll show you the best place that you can get your odds as high as possible, and that way you can just farm that area for whatever named bearer you happen to be looking for. So if we come down over here, this is Merriman's Height, and we're just going to run through Merrowman's Height and into, I believe there's another camp, into, oh, no, it is. It's just Merrowman's Height. It's just chunked up, so it's a little bit funky. Like, there's a camp, and then it stops, and then you run a little bit further, and there's another camp over here. So this is where you want to come. You want to come to this second camp up here, and it's going to be on the far end of this camp here. So there's the other spot there, and let's see what we have walking around here. There's a Daniel the pup there, and he just walks around this area. He may be down over here, so just come over, have a peek, look around. Now keep in mind, all of these camps are hostile, so just because they are not attacking me does not mean they will not attack you. I am cloaked and in God mode. Alright, so if we leave from this camp, we're going to head up to Flesh Terror Falls, and I am just going to fly there because it is much faster than running. And there you go, named bearer spot sitting at the campfire, and that is an Hyena the Light. Okay, so up here and right there. Now we're going to backtrack a little bit, and we're going to head over to Sepamaro, and I'm just going to fast travel right there, and we will float in the air and fall down. There we go. So there's a named bearer spot here. There's Paylor the well-traveled. He, again, just walks around. So let me give you guys an idea of where you're at. This way goes out to the prison would be over there, and Oasis of Nekhet would be up that way. So don't mind the captain. It's not in the game. But there's the bearer spot. There's Firebolt Cauldron, bandits over there. And then if we head this direction, you're going to see Conan's Bar. So that gives you an idea of where we're at in Sepamaru. So Conan's Bar, take a left. It's going to be right over there. All right, so now we've gone up to the Mounds of the Dead. You can see here I am here, and there are 2 bearer locations in the Mounds of the Dead, and then one that is just a little ways outside the mound. So if we come in this main entrance here and into the building, there is a bearer spot here talking, and there is a Mazdai the Wanderer in this main section. So we will run back out. We're going to take a right and come down around this way. And I'll just run there, guys, instead of flying. It's not that far. So we're going to come across this bridge, take a right, and we will go across 2 more bridges. This one and this one. Now this area up here is kind of daunting because there's quite a bit of enemies. But this is the bearer spot right here, Ruthros the Burdened. And you could climb up, so like the obelisk is there. You could climb up and just peek to see if this was a named bearer and something that you want to come after or not. But that's the other spot in the Mounds of the Dead. And the next place that we're going to go is right over here. It's actually not on my map, but we'll fly over there and you can see what it is. It is directly right there. You can see the glow from their campfire. And there we go, guys. There's a bearer spot right here. Let's see who that is. Daniel the Pup. And this is White Watch Lookout. Again, right here on the map. So the next spot that we're at is Desert Watch, right up here by New Asgarth. And if we come up to this tower up here, there is a named bearer spot that sits at the campfire here. Right there, and let's see, another Hyena the Light. Very cool. Yep, this is the spot right there. And if you're looking for Najoro Battleborn from my previous video, he can also spawn right here as well. So the next spot that we're going to, guys, is Meadow Watch. It's right here. And if you see that tower off in the distance, that's where we were for the last bearer, and we are going right here. So you just run along that ridge and come right up here. And doing push-ups is another hyena of the light. There you go. So that one's pretty easy. All right, so the next spot on our list is Ruins of Al Maraha. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I may be wrong. I don't know. So you're just going to come up here and you are looking for one of these campfires here. It's going to be the one, there it is, with the dancer. And there is a Nargo foot there. This spot right here is good to farm as well because you can get a lot of different named professions there. And so definitely when you're up here, get this spot, try to maximize your time in any area. All right, so next on our list is Spinebreaker's Flank right here on the map. And it is just outside the Sinkhole Obelisk. Right here, we're just going to run up this ridge. And pretty much a straight line. You may have to swing around and go to the right here. But pretty much right around the side of this Yog Pit. And there you go right there. We got another Amazdai the Wanderer. Alright, so here we are at Scavenger's Berth right here on the map. And if we run in here, it's going to be under one of these tents here. This one here, I believe. Doesn't look like everybody's quite loaded in yet. There should be... Oh, nope, there it is. I just ran past it. So, there you go right there. Hyena of the Light. And there's also a name spawn there as well. So, as you're killing for bearers, you may end up with a bonus. So out to the jungle here, the crevice or the descent of Dagon, however you want to call it, it's this area here. And this is the last single bearer spawn spot that I'm going to show you. And next up, I'm going to show you where I recommend you farm for bearers. So it's great if you're going through those areas and you just happen upon one. However, the odds with a single spot are not the best. So there's the spot right here. It just kind of wanders around through the water. And yeah, so let's get into where I recommend you guys farm for bearers. All right, so we are right out here at Voyer's Vigil and the Black Galleon. Now this location has 4 different bearer spawns, and I'll show you all of those real quick. But this is definitely one of the locations that I recommend farming because you have the highest odds in a dense area. So there's a spot there. And if we come over this way, you can see there's a spot there as well. And then up onto the actual Black Galleon. So up here, there's one on the top level and then one that you have to go all the way to the bottom level. So we'll do the top level first. So come on, just run directly up and to the right. And you will find a Cathebria Featherstep or some other bearer there, but that's what we have this time. And then we're just going to drop down and come through right here, and you can see the named bearer spot right down there already, but we'll run down and take a look at what it is. And another Amzadi the Wanderer. All right, so the last place on our list here today, guys, is the Den. Okay, and depending on your level, I would almost recommend this location over the Black Galleon because these guys hit a little bit less. They don't hit quite as hard as they do at the Galleon. Plus, there's a little bit less enemies out here. So if you're a little bit lower level, this is where I would suggest coming over going to the Galleon because there are 3 spots here. So one spot here laying in the sand, just getting a suntan. He looks almost burnt already, but we'll leave him be. We're not going to give him any lotion or you know, sunscreen or anything like that. We'll just let him do his thing there. So we're just going to run through here. You can obviously avoid this section if you need to, skirt around the outside. Those guys don't really come out of their little arena there, so you could get past them with little to no worry. And then right up here at the crest, we have this guy also, Ulrich the Mountaineer. And if we continue on to the other side of the den, we will find the last spot on our list today, and there is a Paylor the Well-Traveled. So I hope you guys have learned something. I hope you can definitely find some name bearers in your travels through the Exiled Lands. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you don't miss out on my next upload. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.